I have a Maytag 3000 series washer. I'm getting F28 for an error. I tried running a diagnostic. During the diagnostic it locks the door. And that's it. It doesn't do anything else. We had a flooded basement this past week and I thought maybe the MCU got wet. But after opening the bottom of the unit, there's lots of dust and cobwebs, so I'm not sure that it actually did. Is the diagnostic supposed to go through a bunch of tests and moving parts?
Unfortunately, there are no tests which will tell you exactly which part is faulty. The error F28 means there is a communication error, which it sounds like you may already know since you tried to put the unit into diagnostics. Either way, the CCU and MCU aren't communicating with one another. The MCU is almost always the part that goes faulty, and it sounds like it may have gotten wet, so that would just be another indicator that the MCU is bad. Either way, just order and replace the MCU. The part number you'd need to order and replace is W10384846.
It doesn't really look like anything got wet. What is supposed to happen in diagnostic mode? Isn't it supposed to check that all things work? The water, etc.? Does the MCU control everything on the machine? So that if it's damaged in any way, it stops everything from functioning?
Whether it got wet or not doesn't matter, because the MCU would be the part you'd still want to replace, getting this error code whether it got wet or not. Diagnostics mode helps in the way of things like the washer isn't draining, so you can run it through a drain cycle and check power at the drain pump to see if it's getting power. Diagnostics does not help with a communication error. And yes, the MCU stops the entire washer from working, since this is what initiates the cycles and tells the main CCU what to do after receiving the input from the CCU as to what cycle you selected and such.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.